And also, should we talk about FTR? And they've now just decided to just roll over and, how would Kenny say it? Do the splits for the phony play wrestlers. It was FTR and Megan Brain against Kevin Knight, Hong Kong Phooey, and Willow Nightingale. And I've got to be honest with you, it would be worth it to me to spend the night in jail to just punch Hong Kong Phooey in the face. It's just annoying to look at. He was the smallest human in the match. He was smaller than both the girls. Am I lying, Brian?
He's a 4th-degree black belt. He's the baddest man on the planet.
He's a 4th-degree fucking stain on the reputation of the wrestling industry.
I mean, at least FTR got to show us that it doesn't matter. You know, size, gender, doesn't matter. They'll sell.
Well, that's the thing. And by the way, I figured out Megan Brain. That's why I was calling her. Remember Megan Brain? Because she ain't with it. We figured out why she looks so good and she's there. And she went for a slam on Willow Nightingale. Willow dropped behind her to slam her. And when Willow dropped behind Megan to turn for the slam, Megan turned to her left. Jesus fucking Christ. If she ain't got that at this point, she might as well fold her tent. So then Megan threw spitball around with a German suplex, etc. But she's a big bully and she's twice his size. So that got some sympathy on him. Then they tagged Dax and Willow in. And she started punching and chopping him and backed him up into the corner. Cash comes over and grabs her. She turns around, she hammers him back to the other corner. And then she turned around and beat up Dax and enziguri'd him and spinebustered him and got a 2 count. And then she and Dax started doing a wrestling spot, back and forth. And Megan nailed Willow and she got hit the ropes and Dax schoolboyed her, pulled the trunks, and got a 2 count. He couldn't hold the girl down after she'd been hit with a schoolboy. He's a grown man, and he's pulling the trunks. 2 count. And then the girls did some shit, and the heels won. And look, spitball, who cares? He's not a serious professional wrestler. And he's smaller than they are to begin with. So let him fill the modern day manager spot with the heel manager is the only male figure in wrestling that a girl can beat up. But Dax and Cash, at least until fairly recently, were trying to be taken as serious wrestlers, weren't they, Brian? Top guys, shit like that.
That's right.
So what are they fucking doing? I can understand the slap for the big pop when the heel's rocking and rolling and turns into the girl slap. Oh my God. Or the guy's beat up and he staggers into a drop kick or whatever. Or as I said, the heel manager guy gets beat by the girl babyface every time. But you can't seriously present a person who claims to be a serious professional wrestler competing on a competitive level playing field with the girl in the no. What the fuck is the matter with these competitive spots and 2 counts?
I think they realized it was a lot easier to just go with the flow at some point, and that's what they've done. And that's why they are where they are right now, and that's why the fans treat them the way they do right now. And this is maybe a symptom. This is not necessarily the actual thing that causes everything, but yeah, I mean, and beyond this match and FTR, we're seeing a lot more of this men against women thing on national TV, and I don't like it. And, you know, again, I don't even think there's a demand for it. That's too big, so I don't even understand why they're doing it.
Well, and you can tell they're feeling it out because it's choreographed so obviously to begin with, where the guy never strikes the woman. The woman can strike the man can't strike the woman. The guy can block the woman's kick and spin her around and do the do-si-do and swing your partner here and there, grab him in the fucking crotch and spit in his hair, whatever the fuck. But they're trying to do more and more to see if they get any blowback so that they can. This is another one of these indie wrestling outlaw show fantasies that they do where guys and girls have, regardless of size difference or the obvious difference, have these competitive matches where they do a bunch of finishes and nobody kicks out. And the girls especially enjoy being, catered to like they're the physical equals of it because everybody knows it's all phony bullshit. So the girls get to have a good time. It's just so indie and outlaw and unseemly and in poor taste and etc. So this is what AEW is trying to go for. And because they're trying to outdo, they had a mixed tag match in the WWE. You may have heard about a few weeks ago that drew more interest than almost any world championship match this year. You can have the mixed tag when you're carefully controlling what the girls do to the guys and vice versa when there's a personal issue involved like there was. Just making the matches because one, with the proper build, the proper personalities, and the proper issue, Drew is just outlaw indie mark fucking booking.
I'd like to see Brock Lesnar versus Nia Jax if we're going to go down this road.
What do you want to hurt Brock for now that he's just come back?
That's the big test. How stiff will she be with Brock?
Jesus
How clumsy will she be with Brock?
Well, we'll never know because Brock wouldn't do it because he knows what the fuck he's doing.
But there we are, though. I mean, I think that's a part of the issue. These intergender matches, these are something that, if you remember the beginning of AEW, there was a hard push. Joey Ryan on the Indies was doing intergender stuff. It was all about, what's wrong with doing this stuff? People like it. No one liked it. A small crowd in a small room got a chuckle out of it. There was no real demand for it. And now, I think maybe more because the wrestlers want to do it, it's being shoved down our throats on every show, it seems like.
And they'll eventually go too far on this one and cross the line of some kind of taste and get a nasty letter and back up on it or whatever. But it's just, again, it's more encouragement for people to just laugh at wrestling, not take anything seriously. I'm not even talking about real. I'm talking about seriously, like you would an action adventure show. This is a goddamn sketch comedy. And they're just concerned with making people laugh.